YouTube, welcome back to Peterson Auto. Today we're going to show you how to tap threads in a hole. You really don't need much for this. You need a hole. You need the right size tap. This one happens to be 3/8 16. Yeah, 3/8 16 tap. El Cheapo. So, nothing fancy. You will need the fancy little T-handle holder for the tap. You can see right there, there's two jaws. The tap will go right in between those jaws. And you tighten it down. There's your rear view so you can see how it goes in. The corner of the tap goes in the corner of the jaw. I have used an adjustable wrench or the right sized open box end wrench in a pinch. However, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but in a pinch you could use that. This T-handle setup gives you fairly even force and makes it a lot easier to start the hole straight. And you're going to need some kind of oil. I get the little oil squirter can. Nice little piece I picked up here, as you can see. Pull the little handle there and it squirts out oil. So, found one of those at a antique shop actually. $5 for it. I assume if you could find a new one, it would be a little more than $5. So now you can see I've already tapped some holes here. This is for an air compressor, by the way. That's the tank, the electrical switch, blow off, air hose reel. So if there's some interest here, we'll cover more on the air compressor build itself. But yes, I'm building an air compressor. This is a horrible angle, actually. Horrible angle. So here you can see a couple I've already done. There's some chips that are already there. Okay, there you go. You can see it's a smooth wall. You come over to say this one here. Hopefully you can see the first bit of thread in there. Right there. So there you can kind of see the threads. So that's what we're doing, just putting threads on it. So now you can see our holes right here. You have your tap. You have it set up in the T form. A little hard to show with the camera angle. There you go. Between the thread looking part of the tap, you can go ahead and put some oil. You know, just a little bit's all you need. Just enough to kind of lubricate things. Put your tap in the hole. Make sure it is straight. That's the key, is keeping it straight. I like to grab it like that with my middle and pointer fingers on either side when I start them. So it helps you keep it straight up. And just put some downward pressure. Not much, just a little bit. And spin. That's going to start tapping your hole there. You can probably see chips building up there. Once you see chips building up, you want to move it a little bit. That's called breaking the chip. And what this is doing is this is actually cutting chips out of the metal. And by the way, this is actually straight. That camera angle makes it look kind of angled, but it is actually straight. What the tap's doing is cutting chips out of the metal. Every so often you want to break your chip or back it out a quarter turn or so. You're going to hear the chip break in most cases if you listen carefully. Right there you hear a little crackle. That was your chip breaking. And just keep going. A little at a time, break your chips. Bump the camera. A little more. And this is a fairly involved process. It does take some effort once you get down in here. But the oil helps a lot. So the oil is going to make it a lot easier to tap and a lot easier as far as the effort you're putting on. Now I'm basically through this. It just got a good bit easier to do. So I'm going to run it in just a little bit further. And all that's going to do is help seat the threads in place. So you run in a little further. And then spin it out. Typically, you can get it most of the way and then pull the handle off. In this case, we're just going to pull it out as one. Well, we're going to pull it out as two. The handle came off. So that's how you tap your hole. And, you know, just for proof, so you can get you see the threads. There you go. So you can see the threads forming on the left-hand side of the hole there. Well, they're formed already. That's ready for a 3/8/16 bolt to go right in. So YouTube, that's how to tap a hole. In this case, it's going to mount an air compressor, electric motor, and the cylinder head of the compressor to the compressor tank. But you can use that method for just about anything. There's tap charts available online. If you're going to be tapping stuff, print it out. Find one and print it out. It'll show you the different threads you need and whatnot for the different size hole. So, you know, if you have, for example, here I'm using a 5/16 hole, the 3/8/16 tap. Very, very common. However, 5/16 tap won't work on a 5/16 hole. So you need your hole a little smaller than your tap, and those thread charts will give you that information. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Peterson Auto.